recording. Great. Now, okay, let me open the document. Please let me know if you are able to see the document on your screen, on my screen, which I'm sharing. Is it visible to everyone?
Not yet, Ashish.
No. Oh, sorry. I think I need to share it from here. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, now it's visible.
Visible, right? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Let me close this. Okay. So yesterday, I'll just recap what we did yesterday. Um, okay. Yesterday we spoke about HTTP request and responses. And under request, we have request URL, request parameters, request headers, and request body. Same under response, we have response headers and response body. And we discussed about how exactly an URL or an API URL is divided into parts. Uh, that is without parameters and with parameters. And then we didn't speak about XML because we will be speaking about this when we talk about SOAP services. Then we looked into what exactly HTTP request and header and body consists of, and we spoke about common headers, and I mean, it's just a description which define what each header has, and these are the headers which I have written here are common headers, but they are not mandatory. I mean, it is not like mandatory, like every API which you are running on your Postman tool or any other tool does consist this headers, this common, they are just common headers. And same goes with response header and body. Um, where headers, we have common headers for response as well. Same goes with like it is not mandatory to have all these headers in an API. Some can be there and some might not be there. It all depends upon how a developer has created that API. I mean, and it is how actually it is how the document is provided to a developer. If a developer is said that please do not keep this content length in the response header, then you will not find this content length in the response header. Same goes with request header as well. If they say do not put this authorization, we do not need authorization. It's just a GET request, and people whoever access it doesn't need to be authorized, so just ignore it. So developer might not keep this as a header. So these are common but not mandatory to have in each and every API request, sorry, API calls. And then we spoke about cache and then cookies. Okay. And then we went to this particular website, which let me close this and minimize this too. So this is the website which we went yesterday and did the first get request. I mean, we just ran the request. I mean, as an example, nothing much. In here, we have a request and we have a response where we have this request URL, which is like an endpoint. This endpoint, when we clicked on it, then we got this response of 200 with the data which is defined over here, which is described over here. So this is what we did yesterday. But we also saw, like if I uh, inspect this and go to network tab, and we went to this uh, automation automation. Okay, before that, let me select this. Okay, and then hit enter, and we saw that we do not get any API calls. I mean, there are no API calls listed over here. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select this disable cache and select all. When I select all, I can see a many API calls listed over here. But now you might wonder what exactly is the difference between all and fetch slash xhr. And in here you can see the website which we have navigated to. Then you can click on that is listed over here. When you click on this, then you'll see the request url and the request method and the status code and response headers. And also you can see, okay, you need to uncheck this and then reload it. Okay, and then come back here, select this. Now you can see response headers and the request headers. So everything is listed over here. So now we can wonder why exactly we have both all all. What is the difference between all and fetch slash or hyphen, I can say, yeah, xhr. Okay, now coming to that point, before that, I have listed in here like what is the importance of request and response headers. Why do we need request and response headers? Like you can I'll share this document with you all. There's a real world example, like when you're sending a letter. I mean, you will include your name, written address, request type, and everything will be included. Same when you're sending it and the company receives it, then it includes the office stamp, date, and extra details. So this is really required in order to communicate with each other and in order to understand each other. In the same way, when it comes to API world, we need, okay, request headers is sent by the client, which is us or anyone who is trying to send the request or who is trying to access Postman and trying to send the request. So this is the request. And why they are important? Because it helps the server to understand like what exactly we are looking for and what exactly we want, what exactly we are requesting. So for that particular reason, we will be having, and every API will be having headers. These are only common headers, but every API has headers. uh, it is request and the response headers both will be present. There is no API which doesn't which doesn't have a response or a request header. Okay, and you have example here, and the same response header is what the server sends back. So request headers which clients gives, and the response headers which the server gives, which we get back. Like when I'm speaking to a person who doesn't speak my language, then I will be providing common headers, and they will be providing common headers so that each can communicate. So, the best example, as I can say, it's a letter which you are sending. You can send it to your a company or your friend, but you still provide some details on the letter, right? Like it is me and my address and everything. And from there, if they send it, then they will also send their address, their name. So these are the headers which are really, really important in order to communicate between uh, two two applications or two HTTP requests or HTTPS requests. So that is the importance of headers. And yes, there is one more. Okay, why exactly headers are important? So which shows which has security, performance, data formatting, and debugging. Debugging we will come. I mean, it will be coming into picture, but it is at the very later stage. Very later stage. But this is how headers will help each API call. API call in the sense request and response. For these calls to have a nice security, I mean a good security and a good performance. And if let's say if I'm sending a API request in JavaScript language, and the response, the server doesn't understand JavaScript and it only understands C sharp, then we cannot communicate within each other. We cannot have our jobs fulfilled. So for that particular, for both us to understand each other, there's a common language. There will be a common language which will be presented and stored in both the headers. It might be JSON or it might be XML, any language which is common between both of us, and which makes our jobs easy and fulfill. So that is why headers are really important, and those will be present in each and every API calls. So any question till here? I think not. Please go through this. Go through this document. I mean, it is. I'm pretty sure I tried my level best to make it understand in a more clear manner. If you have any questions later, you can ask me at any point of time. And this is how the headers look. I mean, this is how the headers look. So yeah. So now coming to cache and the cookies. I've given the real world examples over here as well. Please go through this thing. I mean, go to this document, and it is a real world. I mean, it will be really easy to understand. So I want to go with practical more. Theoretical, please read it out, and it will be easy to understand. Now coming to fetch etc. Why exactly we see this? I mean, when we go to this website and just select fetch etc, why when we are trying to access this website, why we are not seeing any data in here is there are couple of reasons. One being the website uses hidden API calls or encrypted requests. So that is the reason we are not able to see any API calls in here. Those are all hidden, private to that particular website. I mean, the developer who has created, or the requirement which was given to the developer, saying, hey, do not expose my API calls when someone is accessing my website and trying to use network tab to see my API calls. So please don't expose them. So that is the reason the developer has done his job, that he said, okay, fine, let me not do it, let me not expose it. And there's a second reason as well. Okay, and I have given a example in here. And the second reason is the website uses JavaScript. JavaScript is one of the programming language which is used to create websites. So with that as well, we can hide API calls. The API calls which is sent to which is making jobs done on the website or an application. So these things, I mean, these two things, and there are many other reasons as well, which makes this API calls not to be displayed under fetch hyphen xhr tab. So, and how to check? You can you I mean, you can go to DevTools, network, and other, and you might find or you might not find those information over there. And there's another way, like try interacting with the page, scroll, click buttons, or refresh. If I do that as well, I don't think so. If I click on about, I don't see anything in here. So that is the reason. So this is the reason why we are not able to see, um, that particular, sorry, where it went, that particular API calls under fetch xhr tab. Any questions still here?
So Ashish,
Uh-huh.
so you told that under fetch or XR, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a wish to like it's a wish for developer, like, so if client says put my information, put exposure for API, then he will put it. Either he won't put it, right?
Yes.
So
Hmm.
it's just for developer that he can expose or he doesn't expose
It's a
API exposure. Hmm?
it's a customer requirement. Customer,
Customer.
sorry, a
Okay.
client. If
Uh,
he says that no, don't
mm,
expose it, then
mm.
yeah, developer will say, okay, fine, let
So
me not
it
expose. Mm.
okay. It comes in fetch this section.
Yes. In under network
Okay.
tab, under fetch
Okay.
hyphen slash, I don't know what is this,
Okay.
slash
Okay.
xhr. So in
Okay.
only in this, when you select fetch xhr,
Mm,
only
mm.
in this tab you can see all the API calls, only the API calls,
Okay.
nothing else
Okay.
related to the website. Now coming to that as well. Now I have also provided the difference between all and fetch xhr. I mean, where exactly you will find it. This is all, and this is
Hmm.
fetch XHR. So what is the difference? What is the difference between these two? Now, for this to understand, all tab gives you images, CSS files, JavaScript files, fonts, media, whatnot, everything, every information which is really not required when we are performing API testing. Those all information it will be providing under all tab. Everything it will be providing it here. Okay, API calls, everything. But the most important things which we need as API testing, when it comes to API testing, which we need is present under fetch XHR tab. So you can see filters only API requests made using this. I mean, it's all about what you can do with API calls, and what calls are I mean what API calls are uh, rendering, and what is processing with the API calls. Only that particular information is provided in fetch XHR tab. Now, what information does each provide? All when debugging over overall network performance. I mean, network performance, I can say it goes under performance testing. Uh, for that, and also for debugging website load times, analysis, analyzing all network activity. This is all comes under like performance, load testing, and all these things come under performance testing. But when it comes to purely API testing, then we have to look into this fetch XHR, where only focusing only on API calls. Sorry. Yes, I think I am. Sorry, Mahesh. Yeah, yes, Nadia. Yes, yes, you have a question?
Let me rejoin one more time. I couldn't able to see the screen actually.
Is it for everyone or only Mahesh?
No, we are able to see your screen.
Okay, Mahesh, could you please rejoin?
Yes, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Nadia, you have a question?
No, no, it's okay. I've heard the answer from Reno. It's okay. Thank
Uh,
you.
okay, you're welcome. Okay, so coming back to the document. So when it comes to XSR, it's only focusing on API calls. Here, this is where we will be debugging API calls, checking AJAX request, which is really AJAX request is not in the API testing. We don't go that far, but troubleshooting API errors and these things. I mean, this is where we come into picture. We as a API tester, we come into picture. This all is really not required because we don't need this images, CSS files, JavaScript files, fonts, media, or WebSockets, any other things. We don't need it. We just need API calls. We just need that is the reason it says it goes under fetch etc. That is where we have to concentrate. So that is the reason I selected this fetch XSR to see if there are any API calls getting exposed, and I don't see none. So that is the reason. Okay, so these are the I mean what they say, reasons why they are hidden to the outside world when API calls. And this is the difference between all and fetch XHR. And we as API tester, we concentrate on fetch XHR tab only to check API calls. And this is a I mean what information does it provide, and what exactly we do use for it, for debugging API calls and troubleshooting API errors. So once we see any issue, we raise a bug or an error, and we say to the developer, hey, could you please look into this? There's something wrong with this API, and it's not working as expected. And when here now, if I say here we don't see those calls, but if someone is working for this company, automation step by step platform company, those testers will be having access to this. Those testers will be having access. They can see it, and in their local machine they can see it and they can test it. Then it will be released. If all good, then only it will be released. So only for us, only for the outside world, it is not accessible. But for the for the company and for the developer and the tester who are working in the company, it is visible for them, it is accessible for them. They have a different environment, complete different, I can say environment in the sense, how can I say environment, I can say it's a different house. I mean, one house might be completely restricted with everything. I mean, you cannot use one of the bedroom, you cannot use the refrigerator, you cannot use kitchen. But other house you can use everything, everything is open to you, everything you can. So in the same way, environment is also it's almost the same. This is one of the environment which we are using, this is a customer environment. But for the company, they will be having a different environment where they can test, break, explore, do n number of things on this particular website. They can do n number of things. Okay. So any questions till now? Any questions?
Ashish,
Anyone?
can you
Yeah.
please repeat this thing again? So it was not much clear to me.
Okay, which one? Sorry.
The last one that you told about this thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So here, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Uh, for fetch etc.
Hmm.
This is what we, as a API tester, we
Hmm.
concentrate on. We do not concentrate on all tab. I mean, we do
Okay.
not look into this all tab. We only concentrate on fetch etc tab. But this fetch etc, when we are trying to access this website, we cannot see any calls in here. I mean, we cannot see any information displayed over here. But
Okay.
this is done what in I mean, this was given to a developer, saying that do not expose this API calls, the calls which are what the data which is displayed here, do not expose it to the outside world.
Okay.
Okay, do not expose it. So but when when someone is working for this company, I mean, automation step by step might be also one of the company or one of the project given to one of the company, like, please create one of the website for me, which named as automation step by step, and I need, these are the requirements. So someone might have been a customer for this client for this. So his requirement was, like, do not expose this APIs to the outside world. But when someone is developing and testing this website, who is developing and testing it, they will be having the access, they will be
Of
having
course.
the access. Yes. And
Mhm.
it will be a different environment. It will be not
Okay.
customer environment, different environment. Same like different homes where in one of the home you have access to little things, but in another home you might have access to everything, where you can explore anything, do anything. So that is how environments are. So
Okay.
I hope it is clear.
Yes. Got
Great.
it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, someone raised an hand.
Yes, please.
Nadia, yes, yes, please.
Yes. Yes, I just want to ask you, for example, if we go to Google Translate, the
Sorry, Nadia, your voice is very low.
okay,
Mm.
if we go to now is okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, now, yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Hmm.
If we go to Google Translate site
Mm-hmm,
and we try to inspect to in web this dev tool,
mm-hmm.
so and we go to fetch slash XHR, so
Uh-huh.
we find some information. It gives some information. It means
Okay.
that it's exposed to public. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Like same
So,
way, if let me do one thing here. Let me close this. And there's one more thing. If I click on all, because all might here I can show it. Okay. Now you see a lot of information displayed over here. So in order to clear this, just click on this. What do I say? Some circle with a line icon. Just click
Yes.
on
It's
this.
a stop sign. Yeah. Hmm.
And it clears everything. It clears the complete thing. Okay. So I mean, DevTools is a best friend. DevTools is a best friend for developer as well as tester. If you know how to use DevTools, then your life will be really easy. Anyway, apart from manual testing, if you come into API testing, not database, API testing, performance testing, and automation testing, DevTools is the best friend. It's really best friend. And I have worked on Chrome, but I think it is similar for Edge and Firefox as well. It is almost similar. So now, coming to Nadia, your question, sorry. Um,
Yes. Mm.
Now I'll go to
Yeah.
Google
Google
and
Translate.
yeah, translator, right? Okay. Let me, if you see here, and let me go to Google Translator as well. Oh yeah. So exactly is the translator. Let me clear this. Um, can I have the link, please? I think
You just write Google Translate on
on this
on
here
Google.
in here.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sure. Let me
Okay.
clear this again. Translator. Okay,
Translate. Okay.
translate.
Yeah, yeah. That's.
It's fine.
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
So these ones, you were talking about these ones, right?
No, go to fetch. Yeah.
Ha. So
It.
these are mm,
Mm. So why all of them the status is 200? It has to be like this.
yes, because the website has been successfully loaded. The website and the information that is present on this website is all successfully loaded. That is the reason it shows 200. This is
So
all the
Arvind,
mm,
sorry,
okay.
Ashish.
Huh?
So we can say that it is public APIs, right? So they share information with publicly. It's not private. It's not
Nah, nah,
partners.
nah.
It's public, right?
Public, yes, public.
Okay,
And
okay.
these are not complete APIs. These are API calls. I mean, I'll
Mm,
come to that. Actually, I need to speak about microservices, which
mm,
I'll be talking about it soon. There's a difference,
mm.
thin line of difference between API and API calls. I mean, this is very thin line difference. But yes, these
Okay,
are publicly exposed, and the
okay.
one which we have seen earlier on the automation step by step, it is not publicly exposed. And let's say if any of the website is not loading, any of the website or some of the information is not loading, then you'll not see status as 200. You'll be seeing other status like 404. If it is an issue with the server, then you will see 500 over here. That is a reason. I mean, it's really hard for me to get an website which, I mean, I cannot make a server down, but yeah, if I can find one, I'll take a screenshot of it where I mean at times I did face like when you're using LinkedIn or when you're sorry, some of you joined the call. I think you- I did. I think I did. I didn't. Okay. Huh. So yeah, some if you come across any website where it is not working where it is not working, then look at the network tab. Open the network tab and see. You will be finding the status not 200. You'll be finding a different status over there. Like I've seen in LinkedIn as well, when you scroll up and down and try to make a lot of clicks on the LinkedIn or navigate here and there. At times LinkedIn and Udemy as well. When you open multiple tabs on Udemy, try yourself when you go to udemy.com and try to open multiple tabs. I mean, multiple, what do you say, multiple, I mean, what
Click.
courses, multiple courses. Yeah, try to open
Okay.
multiple courses side by side. Do a right click, open in new tab, or there's a shortcut for that, but I really don't remember it. Okay, so do a right click, open in new tab. So try to make multiple 10 to 20 tabs at some point of time that that Udemy doesn't load. Udemy doesn't load and it breaks. At that point of time, you will be seeing 404 or 500, some error. You might have come across this where the website says the internal server error or server is not responding. That's the most common one. Server is not responding. So these things, when you see on the screen itself, come to network tab and see. Just click this fetch XSCHAR. Then you will see over here as well. I mean, the status would be 500. It will not be 200. 200 is successful. Now coming to that part, the next topic is the same. Is that one? I mean, we will be talking about status codes. Okay. Okay. Right. Now, is it clear till now? Is it clear till here? Sorry, now. Till is it clear till here? Like fetch
Yes.
XHR is the one which we will be working on, and
Mm.
all we really don't look into that at all. We really don't look into that. So okay. Now I'll go back to google.com. So yeah. Is there any questions? Any questions? Any doubts? Any questions? Any queries? You're free to ask till here. Or was I going real fast? Or should I slow down? Or should I keep my pace
Little bit,
down?
little bit slow down.
Okay, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, you can say it. Okay. And one more thing. Is there any weird background noise coming from my end, which is really disturbing?
Not today.
Amazing. Super. Okay, this is okay. So yeah, I'll reduce my rate of speech, and also I'll try to explain more slow in a slower way. Okay, so any questions still here? Any questions still here?
No.
Okay, and why exactly I'm explaining this? Why? Because these are the things, these are the these might be an interview questions. This might be your interview questions. What is the difference between all and fetch XHR in the network tab? Then you can easily say that okay, all gives all unwanted stuff, and fetch XHR only provides the API calls which we need, and that will be helpful for debugging and troubleshooting API errors. So this theoretical part, I mean, I request you all to read it and understand it. The reason being, these are all interview questions. Once you get into a company and once you start working, no one will ask you what is the difference between all and fetch etc. Only to get into the company, only to get into the company, and yeah, I'm trying my level best to make sure that every question, I mean every topic is covered in a more real way so that it will be easy to understand. Okay, so yep, now done till here. Now comes HTTP response codes. This is what we will be getting when we are sending a request. Okay, so HTTP response codes. Now for that, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open Postman, and I'm gonna run one of the requests. Just click on send. We have a response here, right? 200 OK, which means this this request is running successfully and also providing us a response successfully. Okay, before this, I did ask yesterday, try to search a place and try to run that particular request in your response in your postman in the postman. So did everyone try it, like I did for Chennai? Did anyone tried it for different places? Your favorite places, any favorite place is fine. Did anyone try it?
I did it for Google Translate.
Sorry.
I did it for Google Translate.
Google
The
Translator,
file.
okay. Okay, and did you see any parameters listed over there in the Google Translator? I mean, did you see any parameters? Let me try that. Google Translator, right? Okay. Google Translator. And okay, I need to copy this link and then paste it here. Let me, and we, on the collection, we click on three dots, add request. In here, as it is a get request, it will be a get request because we are fetching the information. So I'll just say, I'll name this request as Google. Yeah, I named it, spelled it correctly. Google Translator. Okay. And paste it here. And I'm going to save this and then going to send this request. Okay, it's working fine. And I can see parameters listed over here. So could you please let me know why there are n number of parameters? Uh, I mean, how exactly it is distributing these parameters? If I scroll up, I can see Q as Google Translator, which is this is Q equal to, oh sorry, wait a sec. This Q, oh my god, let me copy this. I think it's better. Okay, and come back to Notepad. Mm, okay, and okay, and so in here, I think this would not work. I need picture. Let me open this word on. Okay, I'll make it more bigger so that it will be easy to see. For 18 would fine. 18 would be fine. Okay, now in here we can see where exactly this Q equal to Google Best Translator. Sorry, did someone say something? Okay, so we have Q equal to Google Best plus Translator, which is one of the parameter here. Q and Google plus Translator. Then we have SCA and ESV. Then we have this information. So how exactly this is segregating? I mean, how exactly it is doing it? It is, if you see in here,
Filtering.
sorry,
Sorry.
sorry, did someone say something?
Actually, I just wanted to say that parameter is working like a filter, something like we want to find the specific data.
Yes,
So
true,
we
but
add the, yeah.
very true. But
Okay.
how exactly it is distributing? I mean, why can't it?
Okay.
Why it
Okay.
is not taking the whole thing into one this? Where exactly it is segregating it?
So
Now,
there is a separation ampersand, right? Based on
yes,
that.
yes, this ampersand is separating the parameters. If you see, the next one is SCA underscore ESV. After this, we need to see there is another ampersand. Then it's SX SRF. So if you see, you'll see SX SRF. So this is how parameters are getting distributed and um sorry, displayed over here. So it's only for our sake. That is where Postman excels. I mean, you will not find these things in other tools where it will help, where it is like user helpful, I can say. The one who is working on it, it's not that user centric, but when it comes to Postman, it gives a more clear, I mean, more eye catching information and eye catching data, eye catching visualization, so that it will be easy for you to understand and work on it. If you want to read the whole thing, then this will be really tough for you. Okay, where exactly the other parameters are, but it does, the Postman itself does for you all this work. You need not to do anything. And also, it also adds headers. The default headers are being added by the Postman itself. And sometimes you might see this, I mean, you will not see any headers here. The same way, if I go, I think in response you don't have that option, but in request you will see there are none. So if an interviewer asks, like, okay, uh, I don't see any headers for the request, so why there are no headers in the request, then please say that click on the hidden option. When you click on the hidden option, then it will show all the headers, all the hidden headers. You can add your own headers as well, but the default headers, they at times they are hidden. So you just need to click on this hidden thing, then it will display all the headers. So is everything clear with how exactly parameters are getting distributed and headers, why they are hidden, and I mean how they are hidden and how we can display them? Is that clear? Someone said something. Yes, Nadia.
Yes, I just want to ask you about parameter, how you read, how you, I don't know, for example, Q, what does it mean, Q? Uh, for example, this how we interpret this, I don't know, this language.
Sorry, if I'm correct, you wanted to know like how the parameters are distributed, right?
No, not distribute, how you read them. What does it mean, for example, when they said only Q, what does it mean?
Okay, okay. What
Or
does that?
P, what does it mean, or
Yes,
GS? Yeah.
yeah, we will be
Mm.
coming to that. We will be coming to that. We have a topic for parameters. We'll definitely we will discuss it in the future sessions. I'll explain you about that parameters. I mean, and these things, these are all provided by the uh, client itself. This all provided. This all information is provided by the client itself. We just need to make sure. To be honest, we just need to make sure that these parameters are are displayed as per the document they are displayed over here, and it is working as expected. And we will be modifying these parameters, uh, we'll be deleting them, we will be adding our own parameters, everything will be taken, everything will be explained soon, very soon. So
Okay,
so
thank
on you're welcome. On the, I mean, on the top end, you how exactly it is distributed, and what are default headers, and how, if, I mean, they're hidden, and you can just click on the hidden eye icon. When you click on this eye icon, then it will be displayed. So is it clear till here? I think yes. Okay. Now coming to the status codes,
you. Yes,
we
yes.
have. Thank you. Coming to the status codes, here we see the status code. So in the same way, let me delete this because this might confuse. Okay. So okay. So we have 100. This is 100 series, 200 series, 300 series, 400 series, and 500 series. These are the only response codes which we will be coming across when we are doing API testing. There's no 600, no 700 series, and you will also never come across 100 series. It is just information. It is just for the developer, not for testers. Not for testers. It is only for the developers. But we will be coming across, when we are testing, we will be coming across 200 series, 300 series, 400 series, and 500 series. We will be coming across these things. And if you need more information about how response codes are created and how exactly they are working, you can uh, access this website. Like, let me click on this. In here, you will find all the information about the response status codes, which is really not that needed, because we will be looking into some very few, I mean, the ones which we come across. We will be looking into those. But yes, we have these series 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500 series. So we will be talking about the important, I mean, the status codes which we come across and the important ones as well. So now coming to important status codes, I can say response codes. Let's name it response codes. Okay, so it will be more clearer. Okay, important response codes. We have 200, 201, 202. I mean, this is a long list. I mean, till here. And everything we will be coming across every response code in our sessions. As of now, we just came across this 200. Okay, right? This is the only response code we have seen till now, right? So we will be coming across all other response codes as well real soon. And then we have code reasons, like why exactly we get these responses. So for that, we have a reason, like if it is 404 incorrect API name, or incorrect URL name, and if it is post without body, it is a 400 bad request. But I'll come to that too. So at times when you see these error codes, when you see this, okay, I'll show one. um show one. Let me close this. Let me go here, request response, and let me take one of the post request here, and I'll take the end point. Okay, I take the endpoint, and it needs body. Body needs to be presented in the response. So for that, I'll be not providing the body. I'll not provide the body. Let's see what happens. And if there are multiple tabs opened at the top, just do a right click and click on close all tabs. All will be vanished, all gone. Now I'll click on add request and I'll say, sorry, what was the name of it? Create, right? So I'll just name it as create user. And as it is a post one, we have selected the post one, right? So I'll change the method to post and then I'll paste in the URL, and it is asking us to provide the body, which is in a JSON format. This is a type value. This is value. This is type value type. But I am not giving any information. Wantedly, I'm not giving any information. I'm saving this. Headers are auto populated. You can hide them and you can show them. Now I'll click on send. Let's see what happens. It's still created, which means this API. This is a dummy website. That is the reason it has created. It has provided you the response. But if it is asking, if in the documentation it says that you have to provide a body when you are sending post request, if you are sent you need to provide a body, and if you haven't provided any body and you clicked on send and it has given an unexpected, which is not expected, that response code, then please raise an error, raise an error bug, I can say, not error, raise a bug, and provide it and say to the developer, hey, this is not working as expected, can you please look into this? And then it is their job. Your job is done. Your job as a tester is done. It is their job to fix it, then again check from their end, and then provide it to you. Then again you need to test it. Then you need to see that it should give you a response of, if there is no post without body, then it should say 400 bad requests. It should not say 201 created. Okay. So is it clear till here? Or was I too fast? Is it clear till here?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Okay. So these are the code reasons, and these are the response codes. Now, coming to REST API architecture, we will be working on REST APIs. We will be not working on SOAP APIs as of now. We will be working on REST APIs. REST APIs architecture consists of resource, request identifier, representation, and representation metadata. So I've given, this, please go through this. You can go to this section, and it is nothing but all the information which you give. This information which you give while sending a request, the RESTful endpoint and the headers, everything, parameters, authorization, everything which you provide, that comes under REST API architecture. So everything, and the body data which you provide. Now, now, so we will delete this create user thing, because I haven't discussed yet about body and all those things. So till get, is it understood? Like get request, we only request for an information, and it might consist parameters, and it might not consist parameters. Like in here, there are no parameters, and it has headers. Every request has default headers, and yeah, every response also has default headers. So, and it has also has a response code, which might be, the response codes might be in one of these response codes, or it might be out of this as well, which you can find it in this website. So everything for us, for a tester, 200 series, 300, 400, and 500 series are the ones which we come across. So any questions, any doubts, any queries, please ask. I mean, I'm completely okay answering it. If I don't know, I'll definitely research it and come back with the answer next day. And if I'm real fast, then I'm really sorry. I'll try to reduce my rate of speech. Uh, okay. Any questions, queries again? Mm, okay. Okay. Now, now coming to the rest requests. Rest requests. Okay. Before coming to rest requests, just wanna ask. Did you all work? Did you all try sending this get request? Did everyone try sending get requests on Postman? Did everyone try it? Like all these get requests. Did anyone try it?
No, 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 Ashish, not still.
Yes.
I tried, Ashish.
Sorry, sorry.
All but
Oh,
some.
sorry. 1 minute. I am not sure who. Okay, sorry. Who said no? Sorry, who said no?
Me, Renu.
Okay, no worries. And who said yes?
Mahesh.
Okay, Mahesh. And someone else also said yes.
Yes.
Oh, Purva. Great. Okay. So you
Yes, yes.
tried both the all the get requests, right? And
Not
did
all, some of them. Yeah.
some of them. Okay. Gautam, you also tried?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Did you try all the
I
get
tried
requests
Get
in
Post
no,
on
not
Amazon.
not in, okay, not in Amazon. In here. Did you try in here?
Yes, here I tried two to three.
Okay.
Least
Because
user,
the
single
reason
user, and single user not found.
okay. Did you
Yeah.
try this user not found as well?
Yes, yes, 404.
And you got
Transport.
the expected response?
Yes, yes.
Okay. What I request everyone is please do it. Please try all the get requests. All the get requests I want. I request, I say it is good to try from your end. It is good to understand from your end. You just, for guest, you just need not to put anybody. You just need to have this link opened in another tab, or you can just click on this link. Why I am saying open in another tab? Because when you click on this link, again you need to come back, again you need to, rather than that, just open in a new tab and then take that link and then endpoint, I can say endpoint, yeah, when we speak about API languages, then API way, then endpoint, take the endpoint, see the response code and see the information if you are getting the right information. This is the start. This is the start. This is what you need to understand. That is the reason I was asking, please, because get is same for everything which we worked yesterday. It is same for everything. You just need to paste the URL and then just click on send. Just click on send. Nothing else. You need not to do anything. Let me show one of the here. I'll go with single user not found. I'll just do a right click and take this endpoint, and response I need to get 404, and in response body I need to get this what is two curly braces with empty information in that. So let me do that. Let me see if it works in the same way which we are expecting. uh, Add a request, like click on these three dots and click on add request and say not found. Okay, and so space this, save it. Now I'll click on send. Great. So that is all we need to do. Forget that is all we need to do. I mean, it hardly takes 10 to 15 minutes, I can say, not more than that. 10 to 15. I just wanted you people to check this request and response. Request and the response should be what it is displayed over here. It should match in Postman as well. So please do it. I mean, the more you practice, the more you will understand and the more you will have confidence in you. That is the only reason. So please do it. And yeah, I'll not say more. Okay, now coming to where exactly? So in REST, RESTful services, we have we have I mean we can say methods, but let me make it here. Okay, some of the interviewers will not call them as methods. They call them as verbs. Okay, so we in REST request we have get, post, put, patch, and delete. These are the main methods which we will find in the RESTful services. We will, as a tester, we will be not going out of this in order to test anything. We will be only using get, post, put, put in here, patch, and delete. That is all we will be using, and that is all I think you will be finding uh, in this website. See, we have get, we have post as well. Yeah, we have post, we have put, we have patch, and we have delete, and again we have some posts and one of the get requests. So these are, and now let me explain you what exactly. Okay, let me go in here. So get, this method is used to retrieve some information, data from server. Example, Google search, which we already did. So that is what get does. And there's one thing which we need to remember. Get request doesn't need body at all. But some of the get requests need body. It all depends upon your documentation. That is why I specified. I was talking repeatedly about documentation, like why we need documentation. Documentation provides you each and every information. Like, does the get request needs body, or does the get request doesn't need body? So that information is provided in the documentation. Next, post. Post request. This method is used to submit the data, create new resources on server or in database. I mean, some of the API requests might not go to database. It all depends upon what the requirement is, what how. So example, login, registration, contact form, blog post, tweet, image upload, everything comes under post. And same goes with post as well. But post does need body. 99% post requests need body. Body, where exactly you place the body? Here, this is a body tab where you select raw, and you can post in text format, JavaScript format, JSON format, HTML format, XML format. All this information. Now, let me, not found, right? For this, what was it? Get requests. Okay, no, I should not change that. Let me close this. Don't save. Now I'll take the post request. Now let's look at the post request, the create one. Okay, right click, copy, paste it. Sorry, let me create a request, add request, and new user. Okay, and select as post, enter the URL, save it, then come back to body, select raw, JSON. Why exactly JSON? Because, as I said earlier, this is a JSON response. Because this is a, sorry, not JSON, this is a um, JSON format, name, type, and value. Type and value. But this will be provided to you in the document when you work in your company. Is it a JSON format or a text format or an HTML format? But this is a JSON format. So let me go ahead and copy this. Okay, and paste in here, and let me name this as okay, and also let me change it. Okay, now again I'll save it. Okay, now once I've saved it and once I click on send, I should get a response of 201, and all this information, all in the response, I should get ID and created at. All this response should come in the response. So let me see if it comes or not. Great. It did come through. I have an ID, created it, 201 created. So we need to see. Yes, 201 is a response. So 201 created, and I have all the information in here. So forget 99% body is not required. 1% body is required. For post, 99% body is required. 1% at times body is not required. Is it clear till here?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, now get post is done. Now patch. Patch is this method is update already existing partial data or resource on the server, which means modifying user's last name. How can I say? Uh, like when you I mean in India, when a woman gets married, her last name or her does change. I think her last name changes. So in the same way, maybe there might be anything or address. You live, let's say I live in Hyderabad. Now I live in some place, then I moved to some other place. Let me say I moved to Bangalore. Okay, so I need not to change the complete information. If the information which I have here, let's say in body, I have name. Okay, um, if I say first name and then last name, and then I say address. Okay, I see comma. Then I give. Sorry, sorry. Okay. Comma, address, and address I say, yeah, and then okay. Now in here, I moved to Bangalore, so I need not to sorry, last name I okay, it's okay. Uh, I need not to change the first name and last name. First and last name will be same. I'll be still Ashish only if I move to Bangalore also. But my address is changed. So in order to only change the address, we use patch request. So if there is only single information, or if there are only couple of the information, I mean 2 3 in a big long list of 10 20 nodes, if there are, I mean, let's say if copy this and paste, oh sorry, Control V, Control V, Control V, and Control. Okay, so there's a long list, and in here, if you just want to update these two informations and not everything else, then please use patch. Don't go for post. Just use patch, and let us see one of the patch requests. Don't save because we already had it. Now we change it. Again. Mm, Give it some time. Let me see if it still works. Okay, it is working. Great. So let me open one of the patch one. Okay, patch. Where? Update. In here, I'll do a right click. Um, Copy this. Get a postman. I can add it from here as well. But why I am not doing it here is once we have multiple collections now, it will be hard for us to save in which collection. So I always prefer go to that particular collection and then add request from there. I using that particular selections update, right? Update user. You should test. This is my way of naming the request. You can name it in your own way. That is completely fine. There's no hard and fast rule. Okay. Now I select patch. Let me see if there is any body required. Is there any body required for the patch request?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. I'm happy. Okay. Raw. JSON. So in here, I just want to update something over here. I mean, this is just a dummy API which it is asking to update everything. But in a real world or real projects, when you are using Patch, we will be updating a single thing, single node only. Let me say Xeon resident. No, no, no. Okay, Bangalore. Okay. Now I'll save this. And what should be the response? 200 response and updated. It should say updated. Okay. Let me see if it says updated or not. Great. It did say update and it did update this single node only. So when you're trying to update single information or with a long list, there are a couple of information which you want to update, then use patch. That is what it says in the document as well. This method is used to update already existing partial data. Partial means common, two, three information in the big list. Okay. Now coming to put, this method is used to update already existing full data. I mean, full everything. I mean, I want to change my name, first name, last name, uh, address, phone number, email address, everything. I mean, I just want to be a ghost and I just want to have a new identity for me. Then that is where put comes into picture. So it's updating each and every information in that API. So let's go with that too. Let me see put. Okay, we will be seeing the real ones. I mean real APIs. This is just a dummy data only to explain you where exactly how exactly this works. That is the only thing. Um, so I'm gonna take a put and let's say update all user. Okay, and then paste it. Put save, then go to body, select raw JSON. It is a JSON format. The body is in JSON format, so we need not to change it to text or JavaScript or HTML or XML. Let it be JSON because that is what we want. And coming and copying this, paste it, and save it. And what response we need? 200 response, which says, okay, let me do one thing. Let me update everything here. Morphus, Sheesh, Zion Restaurant, what over? My favorite place. Okay, so save it and then click on save. Sorry, send. Yeah. So it has been updated. Everything, and it also says updated. So that is what we were expecting, right? This is what we were expecting. This is information and response. Response being 200. Okay. So this is all about put. Is is it is it clear till here? Get, post, patch, and put.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Amazing. Good, good. Okay. One last. This is the last one. Delete. And we all know what delete does. We might have in our somewhere sometime in our lives we might have deleted our important documents or something important which we cannot retrieve it back. So that is what delete does. That is the only thing. I mean, if we don't want that information, it just deletes it. But at times, yeah, I too did when important documents I have deleted them. It was really I mean, yeah. So sorry, where exactly it is. We come in here and we go to delete. So let me click on and copy. Come on. Sorry, where exactly delete. Hmm. And what response we need to get? We need to get 204 response. So come here, add a request and say delete user, delete user, and select delete, enter the information. And do we need any body in here while we are working on delete? Do we need any body?
No.
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 Great. So save this and then click on send. So blank. Everything is blank. We have a response of 204, no content. And that is what we are expecting. 204 and it should be blank. Nothing should be returned in the response. and the response code should be 204. And if we see 204 no content, right, it says 204 no content. So just compare it with the document which I have provided. If you go here, 204 no content,
Okay.
and same 404 not found. Where did we get 404 not found? I think here, in here. So if you click on send, it says 404 not found. So it is the same here, 404 not found, resource not available, which says actually if there is no resource, there's no data. Resource is nothing but data. If there is no data available, it says sorry boss, there's nothing to be retrieved. You're asking which is not present at all. So this is all for today. And yes, I request everyone to install Postman, and look at the third session in my YouTube channel. Look at the third session. Uh, it shows, it describes how to create a workspace and how to create a collection. If someone if Yeah, I know someone have joined new today, so please look at the third video in my channel. And yes, install Postman, work. I request you to work on all these. It doesn't take, hardly takes like 30 minutes, max 30 minutes, in order to work on all these requests. Max 30 minutes. And it is really important. I'll also let you know why it is really important. So please, by tomorrow, make sure that please work on all these requests. Okay, just a request. I mean, just a request, or homework,
No, no,
anything.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we will do that.
yeah,
All of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, that is all for today. And yes,
Yeah.
now coming to the most important announcement which I wanted to give is, uh, see, I just want to say there is no time frame for this course. There is no time frame at all. This it doesn't. I never said like this course will be for 1 month or 1.5 month. What my target, what my target is, any API in this world, any API given to you in this world when you join any company, you should be able to test it manually, test it, or use automation as well, and test it using command tool as well. So that is my target. That is the only target I have. So it is really hard for me to, for that I need to make sure that you understand each and every topic very clearly. So if I go in a rush way, like, this is get, this is post, this is okay, please work at your end, and come back tomorrow, we'll talk about another topic, then i I mean, API testing, to be honest, along with automation, it will be done within 15 to 20 days, not more than that. 15 days, max 15 days, not more than that. But you to get confidence, you to have that confidence, like any API we can manually test and manually automate it as well and work on command tools, then I really need time in order to explain. And I cannot promise how and mostly it will be 1 month, 15 days, not more than that. I'll not drag more. Max, I'll try to cover it in 1 month, but I cannot promise as of now. So that is information. Yes, yes, Nadia, yes.
Yes, I just want to ask you, do we need to know automation to do the automation part of API testing?
Sorry,
Or,
sorry. There's a lot of. I mean, I cannot hear you clearly.
yeah,
Huh.
now it's okay?
Yeah, yeah. Now perfect. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I said, is it a must to know the automation to be able to do the automation test, the automation part of testing,
It's
API?
it's really good question. To be honest, now every company is expecting that you know automation.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure about in other countries. I'm really not sure. But in India, they are, I mean, every company, most 99% of companies are looking uh, for a person who does automation as well.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, should I know automation first to
Uh,
be able to do the automation part of API
No, no, no,
testing?
no, Nadia, no,
No, no.
no.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'll teach that too from the scratch. I mean, from the
Okay.
beginning itself. I mean, the first line of code, everything will be. I'll be teaching it. I'll be teaching it. For automation,
Okay.
it will take real long time. I mean, because I need to teach the basics as well of automation. Sorry, programming language, not automation, programming language. So yeah, it will take layer, but yes, yes, that will be taught from the beginning itself, from the beginning.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you need
Thank
not to know any, no, nothing, you need not to know any. There is no prerequisites at all, no prerequisites.
you. Okay.
Yeah, you
Thank
can come, and it will be taught from the beginning itself, from the alphabet A, in programming and automation as well.
you. Okay.
Okay.
And for that parts of these numbers, you know, I'm talking about the course now.
Uh-huh.
This, for example, 401, it means the content is empty.
Uh-huh.
200 is like load is successfully loaded. These numbers, yes, yes. So we have to learn them by heart, like for
No, no,
the
no, 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 no. Yeah, for
interview.
interview, for interviews, yes. For interviews, yes.
You have,
Yeah, you
okay.
just
So
need to
if
mug
I'm
up. Just for interviews, yes. But after going into the project, no one asks. No one asks anything. No one bothers at all. Like you will be taking care of everything. But only for the interviews.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
yeah. And
understand.
okay, one more important question. You will be asked in interviews is, what is the difference between put and patch? This is the most. I mean, I can say the most. Uh, what important famous question, I can say most famous question. What is the difference between put and patch in API testing? So you can just say patch is like, updating just a single resource in a complete data, and put is you're updating the complete resource, you're not doing a single data. So that's more than enough. That is the only answer they are expecting, and that is all we need to give. That is the only difference. So I'm done with course, and like the time frame of the course and the automation as well, and yeah. Okay, and yes, let me provide you the link. One second. Let me provide you the link. Let it go. Okay, here is the link where you can see the ones who have joined today. Yeah. Here is the link, and also we have an API testing group where I share the documents, and also the videos, no, not the video sessions, the document, and also the link for next day's session. So, and let me give it once again. And, okay, just a minute, I'm losing it. So this is my number. Please ping me if you have not added to that API testing group, not yet added to that API testing group. Please ping me with your first and last name. I'll be adding you to that group, and I'll also send you the documents, the first, second, third day's documents, and fourth one, yeah, yeah. Once you have added, then it will be shared on the group itself. If not, then I'll be sharing you separately, and you can see the videos over here. Okay. And yes, one more important thing. Uh, there's no time frame for the course, and there's no time frame for the session, how long the session would be. I'm not promising that too, because I need to make sure that the whole word document which I have created should be completed and should be understood for each and every one. So I cannot promise like it will be done in 30 minutes or 1 hour. So I'm really sorry for that. I'm really sorry. But yes, that
It's
is,
okay, Ashish. We
yeah,
understand
yeah.
completely.
So yeah. Okay, then
No, Ashish, you can go deep. So how much time it will take?
yeah.
Then we will be.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for your support.
No, thanks
Uh,
to you. Yeah.
yeah, you're most welcome, Roman. Uh,
Thanks
yeah,
for your effort.
thank you, Nadia. So have a lovely evening, and take care, guys. And please work on that website. Okay, please work on that.
Okay, no, no, no.
Uh,
We will come with
yeah,
with that. Don't worry about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
thank you,
thank you,
everyone.
Ashish.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye. Thank
Chalo,
Bye.
bye
Bye.
Thank
bye.
you, Ashish.
Thank
Bye. Have
you.
a
Thank you,
nice
Bye.
Ashish.
You too.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you, Ashish.
Bye.
Bye.